Hi everyone, today I just want to show you how I've been doing my purple raid boss hits recently. In my view, it's a really easy way to get to General's chest with just one key. I do use a couple of key heroes, so if we just go into this screen, you can see Stanko, Sip, Jera, Nihira, and Elgath, and there's a reason why I've kind of laid them out from left to right in this order. Elgath is really important for this setup, so he will help with getting the best results. In this day and age, you can wishlist him, so I would definitely recommend that. If you don't have him, what I found is Frank can also be a good alternative. I think that it's difficult to get good results with another attack-based yellow sniper who's not a legendary, because it's just more difficult to keep them alive, and Frank has a really good score for his special attack. Plus, he's very tanky, so that's why I would recommend him. So, in terms of the heroes, so you can see that I am using two rare heroes, Stanko and Sip, and this is basically a reviving dynamic. For Sip, I'm just going to show you, the stats don't really matter, the gear doesn't really matter. I have determination on him for use in wars, but that's not really relevant for here. The speed doesn't really matter. You can see I've got a bit of a range for them. I'm also using Jera, who I don't have super tanky. She is a little bit speedy, but I do have her special ability maxed. Nihira, the key thing for her is to have her passive ability maxed, which is going to give 50 mana to all allies when someone dies. And again, the stats don't really matter. I have hope on her because I was trying to make the Frank team work, and I found that it's really difficult to, as I said, replicate the results with Elgath using another hero, which will become clear when I show you the hit. But one of the ways to make the Frank team viable would be to put the hope set on Nihira, and obviously now that I have it on her, it doesn't hurt to keep it there. And Elgath, what I'm going to show you, has hope. He's got a couple of tomes on him. He also has this relic, which is at level 0, which will give him a chance to fire his ability again. Obviously, if this relic was upgraded, then I think the chance to fire is slightly increased. So instead of needing 100% HP, only 60 is required. And I have him at a very high attack and crit rate, which is, say, enough for this hero. So with the increased attack buff that's going to come from Stanko, the attack stat will actually be more important than the critical damage stat for Elgath. And in terms of potions, I don't really need to use many potions for this setup, but the HP potions can be helpful. I usually use the small ones or the medium ones, and just gonna show you the hit. So actually, for this team, the tiles don't really matter. What we do want to do is get rid of purple tiles before the raid boss's turn. And I'm just going to fill up Elgath because I want him to be able to kill Stanko. You're going to see what happens. So he kills Stanko. Stanko gives 50 mana to everyone, and Nihira gives 50 mana to everyone. So that's enough for everyone to become fully charged. Now, the only caveat is that Stanko and Nahira can only do this once in a turn. So that means that Stanko can only be killed once in a turn. And since he was alive at this turn, then I can't kill him again. So I'll save Sip for now, but I can bring up Jera. I'm going to bring up Nahira, and this Hope is just going to let her fire a bit more. I'm going to fire Elgath. So I'm firing the specials from left to right. And now I'm just going to try to get rid of some purples. So even though Stanko is a purple hero and therefore usually he wouldn't be targeted by the raid boss because he's at such a low HP, he actually will be. And you can see again, I'm going from left to right. Just that when I do it again, obviously I don't need the shield from Jera yet. If there was reflect on the raid boss, maybe I would need it again. But as it is, I only need to fire the last two heroes. And then since I'm ready to move on, I'll fire Sip again. And now I am just trying to get rid of purples. You really can play very, very defensively with the tiles because all you want to do is to avoid the raid boss from getting his special in as much as possible. I do actually recommend a small revive potion just in case you forget or you use Elgath too many times in a turn and you don't manage to get the mana to revive Stanko. So let's get rid of purples again. You can just make fake matches. The key is to try to avoid new purple tiles from falling into the screen. Even without Hope set on Nahira, she will perform okay normally because of all of the mana that you're getting from Elgath killing Stanko. So, yeah, you can just do a bunch of fake matches. Something to potentially be careful about is just to try to get enough health on Elgath so that he can fire again. Like you saw just now, he didn't go to 100, so it's not really the end of the world, but of course it's nice if he is at 100 so that he can fire again. I do like the blue dragon on this one because just in case the raid boss has multiple turns in a row, that is one way that you could try to split them up. So again, I really recommend just laying out the heroes in this order because for me it's the least confusing. I've tried it in a different order and there's just so much back and forth managing the different characters on the screen. Left to right, I think, is the easiest to deal with. Oh, I forgot to fire her. Yeah, and you see sometimes that the hope set is ridiculous, and combined with the relic, you have really a lot of chances to fire. Oh, there she goes again. And again, you can see that I have some yellow tiles on the screen, but I'm really not bothered to match them because all I want to do is to prevent, oh, I probably should have fired Sip there. I want to prevent purple tiles from falling into the screen. And the safest way to do that is just not to introduce any new tiles. So you can see that because I didn't bring or because I didn't fire Sip there, I lost some of the chance to gain mana. But it's not so bad. This is also fine. It's just a little annoying that the raid boss didn't target Nahira instead, which would have saved me some mana. Okay. And again, I'm just trying to get rid of purples. 2 turns in a row, it's quite tricky. For Nahira, the build doesn't matter too much. She is someone who hits based on defense, so you can play up a bit of the defense. If she dies, I would put a bit of a health potion on her so that she doesn't die again when you let Sip go off. So there we go. Let's see. There's not very creative tile movements. Okay. I want to Get rid of purples, remember? I think you can explore different options for support heroes other than Jera. I do like Jera because she has a leader ability that can give more HP to everyone in the team. And the increased defense is also very nice for protecting Elgath and Nahira. And the shield is also really, really nice for the reflect. Yes, and Jera is, of course, a hero that you can get from Fusion. And I believe you will also get 100 shards for her if you progress along the Path of Destiny. So that's really nice. She's an option that anyone can have. Oh, I keep forgetting to wait for the hope set. I'll just top her off a little bit. I think that's okay. Sometimes I will do a match to prevent tiles or to prevent matches. Didn't work here because of this purple. So put a bit there. I think the general chest for this is around 700 to 800, so we've already far exceeded that. Okay, let's give her just a little bit more just in case. Nahira does need to be alive for her to be giving everyone mana, so that is important. Just gonna give her some more again. Let's see. I think we can do this. That wasn't great. I'm not sure there's much point in trying to keep anyone alive, but we can try. Let's go with this. Nope, they're all dead. Yeah, but you can see this is quite an easy way to get General's Chest. There's only one legendary, so you can wishlist that one, and hopefully that makes it quite accessible to everyone. As I said, the gear on the heroes doesn't actually matter very much. It's good to get your sniper very strong, but in terms of the others, the speed doesn't matter. The stats don't really matter as long as they can stay alive a little bit. And for Stanko, he doesn't need any gear at all. So I hope this was interesting. You know, with this hit, I got around 1 million damage. You can also get higher than this depending on how many times Elgath gets to fire, of course. So I got, I think, 1.2 earlier today, and I think I got 1.4 last week with this. So, but I hope that you can see how this works. I hope that it's clear the order of the specials that you need to fire. Maybe go back and rewatch a couple of times if you feel like you're not getting it yet. Otherwise, feel free to leave a comment if you liked it or if you have any questions. Thank you so much for supporting again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!